my name is Vishal. In this video, let's have a look on creating cutout effect in Adobe Illustrator. So this is a background what I have got. I just need to create a background using the rectangle tool. So I'm selecting the rectangle tool, click in the empty area, and once that is done, select the width and height values. So I'm entering a 1920 pixels by 1080 pixels, which was the size we have taken for my canvas here. So once that is done, I'll just select the rectangle shape and then just change the color for convenience, and now I will align this to the canvas here. Once that is done, I can select the object and then just use the gradient tool here. So I'm going to select the gradient here and then go to this particular gradient, which is called freeform gradient. Okay, and then select the color points here, and I'm going to pick some light gray colors with slight tint in it, and I select the opposite color point, and I generally pick a darker one, and then select the other points here which are basically there. So you could see there's a nice light and dark tonal values here. I can just keep it more dark if required. So you could see that's a light side and the dark side. Once that is done, I'm okay with the background. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the text here and then type cutout. So I'm going to scale that text very quick, and then I need to change the font type here. So I'm going to choose Berlin, and I'm going to choose Berlin Sans Demi Bold. It's a medium size basically. So I'm going to scale it, and I'm going to align this into the middle. Okay, once that is there, I need to select this particular object and make it into paths. I'm going to use this tool called expand, and then once that is done, I can generally see this text into a path. Once that is done, select all that CUT, OUCT, all that which are individual paths which are now grouped. I'm going to make it as a compound path, and then it becomes one piece of object. So there are two things. One is the background with gradient, and another one is the cutout. So once the cutout is ready, I'm going to subtract this from my background. You have different ways to do it. One is select this and subtract it, then it becomes a cutout, or you can use some other ways also. So before taking action, I'm going to select this compound. Okay, I'm going to select this compound and then go to layers and then make a duplicate of this compound path and keep it aside for a time being. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the text and the background and then use the shape builder. Okay, so what I need to do is select that text part, click, you need to click it, that's it. And once that is done, you need to select all that paths, okay, and then trash it out. And if you could see, I got a cutout for my text here. And once I've done this cutout, it's very easy to create the effect what we are expecting. Actually it is now cut out, but slight 3D effect can add more value to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this compound, which is the background, and go to appearances window, and then we have this fill. Okay, and I need to make a copy of this fill, and then I need to slightly transform it. So I'm going to use this transform tool and then put a value of 1 pixel and 1 pixel, and then make copy of maybe 10 just for sake of visibility. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select some color there. I need to select that. Sorry, I'm not selected it. Select that. Make a copy. Change the color. Pretty clear yellow. And then apply the transform, 1 pixel, 1 pixel, 15 copies. Okay, you could see that nice drop shadow effect. So I'm going to choose this one into side and slightly 0.5 pixels here. That gives a, now I just need to put only 2 copies here just to get some, or maybe 4, and that gives slight thickness here. Okay, once that is done, I need to change the color to something white. You may not able to see that outline basically clearly because maybe the text is white. I'll just try to give you that effect also, but before going to that, select that, and there's, I don't want the stroke here. That's actually killing some effect. Yeah, that's slight thickness what I've got. Now once that is done, I'm going to select this one, make sure that I've selected it, and then make a copy, and then add an effect called drop shadow. So drop shadow, I need little bit longer one, so I'm going to put a value of -8 pixel in X offset and 8 pixels in Y offset, and then say OK. And then if you see, I got that nice shadow coming here. Okay, and I need to select that layer and then transform, and what I need to do is I need to put only just 2 copies. Okay, or maybe hardly 1. Let me see how this is going to come. Okay, that's a very thin highlight, and not it's actually slightly thick. Let me see again. Can I take it to 0.25 to 0.25? Before going to the image, select it again. I know I do this mistake again and again. 0.25, 0.25. Okay, here I think this actually that stroke has been displayed in the second layer. That's the reason it was not showing up that effect, because I duplicated this layer and that transform has been shown up, and that's why that layer was like too much. I mean, it was not showing up any result there. Now I've got it. So I could see that layer, and there's a shadow there. Cool. Now once that is done, I've got this text here. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to make the copy of this text. Okay, I'm going to select that and then put the duplicate of it. So I need to do it 4 times, and then we'll hide the first 2. Every 2 will work for one effect here. So the first one, what you have got here, is basically a text in black color. For convenience, I'm going to choose maybe green for you to clearly visible. Now what I need is I need a shadow coming on this. Okay, so select that, make sure that you have selected the right one, select that, and then apply the drop shadow. Okay, so which is coming on this side, pretty good. And then I'm going to bring the black text. So select the black text first, and then select the green text. Black is generally used for masking, and the green text is used to get that shadow only. So once these both are achieved, so what I'm going to do is I'll open this transparency thing and make a mask here, and then just apply the clip option off. Now what actually that has done is it has kept the shadow and removed that green part, if you could see it carefully. Okay, so it's only taking the shadow of this particular text. So that gives a very nice third dimension to it. Now I've got the next one, which is next to 2 objects. So select that one, and then this time I'm going to give a red color for better understanding. Now this one will give a highlight on this side. So what I'm going to do is select that particular text. Okay, and then make sure that you are adding a drop shadow. Okay, but this time whatever the values I have taken, I need to make it a negative of it. -8 becomes +8, +8 becomes -8. So that comes onto the opposite side, and then I'm going to choose some light color there. Okay, so that should give that nice it is sort of highlight, as if when the paper turns or the flake turns, generally get that highlight. That's the highlight and the shadow of the same emboss effect. So I'm happy about what I've got here. Now I'll bring the black text, which is of the second set of copy. So select the first compound, and then the black one and the red one. Select both of them, go to the transparency again, and then make a mask and then clip it. Okay, now what that actually does is it gives the nice highlight what I am getting on this side. So I can select that and then go to transparency, appearance, and then go to the effect. Basically, again make sure that you have selected it. Okay, and then you can increase the blur to 10, and then put the value to a lesser one, and then try to keep the opacity to maybe 55%. Just don't overwhelm the effect. That's the reason I've just tried to reduce it, and then you should be able to see that nice cutout coming out here. I need to deselect. Okay, I should be able to see that. I was trying to deselect, but still it was like selecting. So I thought one thing I feel when this particular effect is like there is some small stroke coming. I just want to remove that. It's not giving that effect basically. So go to the appearance part and then hide that effect. Okay. Then deselect. That's cool. So get that nice cutout coming, and there's a shadow, there's some effect. Yeah, hope you like it. You can, as I told you, the refinement can be done on the final object. You can generally make things go as per your choices and make it a better result. Try to show me any works you have done with this. Let me see what else you have come up with and how far my video has helped you. And if you got any questions, please ask in the comment section.